A vigil is currently underway for 51-year-old Christopher Isaac. Isaac was shot and killed inside of his home early this morning. I spoke with some members of his family as well as his wife. She said she was not comfortable getting on camera so soon, but she has some choice words for her husband's killer.
You're coming in people's houses and killing people. Ask for what you want. You didn't have to do that. If you needed something from him, all you had to do was ask. If he had it, he would have gave it.
Myra Isaac did allow us to show this picture of her and her husband. It was the last one they took before he died. She says they celebrated their 10-year anniversary just a couple months ago. Myra says shortly before 3 a.m. Monday morning, she heard a knock at the door. Her husband got up to answer it, but he never came back.
Y'all took some of my love from me. Y'all really took it. Y'all took my backbone, y'all took my best friend, y'all took my husband, y'all took my brother.
Myra says after answering the door, Isaac came back into the room, but turned around and went back to the door. She says that's when she heard the shot.
I heard a pop noise. So I took my blanket and I rolled myself in the blanket and I fell on the side of the bed on the floor.
Myra says her stepdaughter was just a few feet away from her father when the suspect shot him.
When I heard the pop, I heard my coffee table move. And when my stepdaughter came, she said, Miss Myra, she said my dad had been shot and he was on the floor. He was gasping for air.
She says she has no idea who killed her husband or why, but she won't rest until she gets some answers.
I'm not going to feel better until I find who done this to my husband. Once I find who done that to my husband, or they find out who done it, it's going to be a burden lifted off of me because I'm walking with a half a heart. And it's not right.
Police have released this video of the crime as it was occurring. They ask that if you recognize any of the men in this video, you call Crime Stoppers or the Lafayette Police Department.
You know, I could have been to work having to do what I had to do, but I want to thank
There's been lots of singing and tears as emotions run high for a man that many of these people here say has gone too soon. We're here on Nanny Road in Breaux Bridge, and it's a seemingly quiet neighborhood. But if you look behind me, you'll see that St. Martin Parish Animal Services are on the scene. Major Jenny Higgins, PIO for the parish, tells us that over 200 chickens have been confiscated after reports of cockfighting.
I didn't know what was going on. I stayed in my yard and looked at everything, you know.
Neighbors are in shock after seeing police and animal control across the street. Higgins says the sheriff's office received a tip alleging cockfighting at the home a few months ago. The tipster told police a number of things, including seeing an unusual amount of chickens running loose in the neighborhood.
It was just the increased traffic. And noticing some things that just weren't quite right.
She says they immediately launched an investigation and was granted a search warrant Thursday evening. 3 men were arrested for the alleged cockfighting ring. Higgins says almost 50 roosters and 300 hens and chicks were seized from the home.
We're still counting, so at this point, that's the amount that we have at this point right now.
Gloria Papillon lives across the street. She says the suspects must be new to the neighborhood.
He must have just moved because I never seen nothing around here like this.
She says she owns 22 animals she loves dearly. She says just the thought of something so cruel happening so close is very upsetting.
I better not catch nobody mistreating my animals. I better not catch it.
Higgins says as of right now, the animals will be sheltered at St. Martin Parish Animal Services. In Breaux Bridge, Kelly Brown, KLFY News 10. Family members of Officer Wandre Gilliam, who was tragically killed last night in a high-speed chase, gathered together today at the home of his grandmother to mourn the loss of what they say was an overall great person.
Everybody knows that Dre was a real good person. I never had trouble at him from the day he born up until the day he died.
Emma Washington Gilliam's grandmother recalls the son she says she raised from birth. She says she believes her grandson died an honorable death in the line of duty, a responsibility he took to heart.
He was very dedicated to his job. I mean, anytime they call him, even when they didn't call him, he was at the police station.
Gilliam was a married father of 2. He was the quarterback for Jeanerette High School, and he also played tuba in the school band. Washington says he was an all-star growing up.
Everything they had at school, he went to it. He didn't have time to be in the street to get in trouble. That's why I say he never gave me trouble.
Jada Lewis went to high school with Gilliam. She says the news has rocked the entire community of Jeanerette.
Hearing something like that in our age group dying that way, because he was like, I mean, he helped us. He was a police in our community, so just hearing that he died that way is just sad.
Washington says she's holding tight to her faith and her family as they struggle to get through this tragedy.
We are leaning on each other. for support. And we even had people come that didn't even know him, came and prayed with me this morning.
Washington says the family will hold a memorial walk on Friday at 5 p.m. to remember the life of Gilliam. In Jeanerette, Kellie Brown, KLFY News 10.